Welcome guys again to my channel. Now we are starting the last part, that is how and why I wrote this book. That means the author wrote this book. In November 2012, I began publishing articles at jamesclear.com. For years, I had been keeping notes about my personal experiments with habits and I was finally ready to share some of them publicly. I began by publishing a new article every Monday and Thursday. Within a few months, that simple writing habit led to my first 1000 email subscribers. And by the end of 2013, that number had grown to more than 30,000 people. In 2014, my email list expanded to over 100,000 subscribers, which made it one of the fastest growing newsletters on the internet. I had felt like an imposter when I began writing 2 years earlier, but now I was becoming known as an expert on habits, a new label that excited me but also felt uncomfortable. I had never considered myself a master of the topic, but rather someone who was experimenting alongside my readers. In 2015, I reached 200,000 email subscribers and signed a book deal with Penguin Random House to begin writing the book you are reading now. As my guidance grew, so did my business opportunities. I was increasingly asked to speak at companies about the science of habit formation, behavior change, and continuous improvement. I found myself delivering keynote speeches at conferences in United States and Europe. In 2016, my article began to appear regularly in major publications like Time, Entrepreneur, and Forbes. Incredibly, my writing was read by over 8 million people that year. Coaches in the FNL, NBA, and MLB began reading my work and sharing it with their teams. At the start of 2017, I launched the Habits Academy, which began the premier training platform for organizations and individuals interested in building better habits in life and work. Fortunate 500 companies and growing startup begins to enroll the leader and trainer their staff. In total, over 10,000 leaders, managers, coaches, and teachers have graduated from the Habits Academy, and my work with them has taught me an incredible amount what it makes to make a habit work in the real world. As I put finishing touches on this book in 2018, jamesclear.com is receiving millions of visitors per month and nearly 500,000 people subscribe to my email newsletter, a number that is so far beyond my expectations when I begin that I am not even sure of what I thought. How this book will benefit you. The entrepreneur and investor Neville Ravikant has said, to write a great book, you must first become the book. I originally learned about the ideas mentioned here because I had to leave them. I had to rely on small habits to rebound from my injury, to get stronger in the gym, to perform at a high level on the field, to become a writer, to build a successful business, and simply to develop into a responsible adult. Small habits helped me to fulfill my potential, and since you picked up this book, I'm guessing you would like to fulfill your as well. In the pages that follows, I will share a step-by-step plan for building better habits, not for days or weeks, but for a lifetime. While science supports everything I have written, this book is not an academic research paper. It's an operating manual. You will find wisdom and practical advice front and center as I explain the science of how to create and change your habits in that way that is easy to understand and apply. The fields I draw on biology, neuroscience, physiology, psychology, and more have been around for many years. What I offer you is a synthesis of the best ideas smart people figured out a long time ago, as well as the most compelling discoveries scientists have made recently. My contribution, I hope, is to find ideas that matter most and connect them in that way is highly actionable. Anything wise in these pages you should credit to my many experts who preceded me. Anything foolish, assume it is my error. The backbone of this book is a 4-step model of habits: cue, carving, response, and the reward, and the 4 laws of the behavior change that involve out of these steps. Readers with psychology background may recognize some of these terms from operant conditioning, which was first proposed as stimulus response reward by B.F. Skinner in 1930s and has been popularized more recently as cue routine reward in The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Behavioral scientists like Skinner realized that if you offer the right reward or punishment, you could get people to act in certain way. But while Skinner's model did an excellent job of explaining how external stimuli influenced our habits, it lacked a good explanation for how our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs impact our behavior. Internal states, our moods, and emotions matter too. In recent decades, scientists have begun to determine the connection between our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. This research will also be covered in these pages. In total, the framework I offer is an integrated model of cognitive and behavioral science. I believe it is one of the first model of human behavior to accurately account for both the influence of external stimuli and internal emotions on our habits. While some of the language may be familiar, I am confident that the details and the applications of 4 laws of behavior change will offer a new to think about your habits. Human behavior is always changing, situations to situations, moment to moment, second to second. That this book is about what doesn't change. It's about fundamental of human behavior. The last principles you can rely one year after year. The ideas you can build a business around and build a family around and build a life around. There is no one right way to create better habits, but this book describes the best way I know, an approach that will effectively regardless of where you start or whatever you are trying to change. The strategies I cover will be relevant to anyone looking for a step by step system for improvement. Whether your goal centers on health, money, productivity, relationships, or all of the above, as long human behavior is involved, this book will be your guide. So, guys, it was the end of the first introduction part, whole introduction part. I have recorded all these parts 1, 2, 3, and this may be 4 or maybe 3. The all parts just go and watch in my YouTube channel, and I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, if my pronunciations are clear. I will make sure in next video it will be more clear. And guys, please follow my channel, subscribe and comment if my speed is slow, if my speed is fast, and whatever you think I could make changes in my channel. And this is an experimental channel, hope you guys like. And if you want that I should record your book next time, please comment. I will surely buy that book, review it once, and then just go on recording with clear vocals and purchase a new mic for it. Thank you for watching or listening. Bye bye guys, have a sleep.